Remy Ma and Papoose have long been praised as one of hip-hop's most unshakable couples, a rare blend of street credibility, lyrical talent, and seemingly unbreakable loyalty. Fans admired their journey, how Papoose stood by Remy during her prison sentence, how they built a blended family together, and how they publicly celebrated Black love in a culture often marked by scandal and drama. Their relationship was a symbol of resilience until now. In a shocking twist that has left fans speechless, Papoose has revealed a truth that no one saw coming. Remy Ma allegedly has a secret family that she has hidden from everyone, including him. This revelation has shattered the perfect image of their marriage and left many wondering, how deep do the secrets go, and can their love survive this storm? It started subtly. Fans noticed a change in Papoose's usual upbeat energy on social media. The once poetic captions dedicated to his queen disappeared. Then came the Instagram post that sparked a firestorm. A black and white photo of him in deep thought, captioned, "Loyalty ain't love when it's built on lies." At first, fans speculated it was just a cryptic lyric or perhaps a promo for new music. But within 24 hours, everything changed. In an emotional sit-down interview, Papoose, typically private and composed, opened up in a way we've never seen. Speaking slowly and deliberately, he shared how he recently learned that Remy Ma had a child before they got together, a child she never told him about. According to Papoose, this wasn't just a hidden piece of her past, it was a fully concealed chapter. He claims Remy maintained a quiet, separate relationship with the child's father and kept the entire situation away from him and the public for years. This revelation was more than just shocking, it was devastating. Papoose has always held himself to a code of honor, one rooted in transparency and loyalty. In his words, "I gave everything to this woman. My time, my loyalty, my name, and I'm just now finding out there's a whole life she kept from me." As the story gained traction, fans and insiders alike began piecing together the fragments of Remy Ma's early years before she met Papoose. Before she was the fierce lyricist standing tall on the lean-back stage or the one delivering bars on State of the Culture, she was a young girl from the Bronx trying to find her way out of the struggle. It's now alleged that during that time, Remy had a relationship with a local hustler, someone known to the streets but absent from the headlines. That relationship, according to sources, produced a child that she kept completely away from the public eye. What makes this even more complicated is that the child was reportedly raised by the father's family while Remy pursued her career. It's claimed that there was an agreement, spoken or unspoken, that the situation would remain private. And to many around her, it did. Even those close to her allegedly never knew. But the pressure of fame, success, and then marrying a high-profile partner may have made her feel like this part of her past had to stay buried. Papoose, however, sees it differently. From his perspective, it's not just about the child, it's about the secrecy. He's been public about his devotion to family, often seen encouraging young Black men to stay present in their kids' lives. "How can I stand on truth and fatherhood?" he asked, "if the woman I love didn't trust me enough to share hers?" The emotional weight of that question has rippled across social media, with fans debating whether Remy was protecting herself or hiding something darker. The internet did what it always does: react, dissect, and spread speculation like wildfire. Within hours, Remy Ma, Papoose, and Secret Family were all trending on Twitter. People pulled up old interviews, music lyrics, and photos from Remy's past, looking for any sign of a hidden child or double life. YouTubers, podcasters, and gossip blogs wasted no time diving in. Some showed support for Remy, suggesting this could have been a painful chapter of her life that she wasn't ready to share, not even with her husband. Others went full throttle with accusations, even suggesting there may be more children or family members hidden from public view. One viral tweet read, "Papoose waited years for Remy, wrote poems, held her down, and this is what he gets." Others reminded the internet that women, like men, are allowed to have complex pasts, and not all secrets are lies. Still, the court issue for many was the lack of transparency. If Remy truly saw Papoose as her partner, why keep something so monumental from him for over a decade? Meanwhile, memes and edits began surfacing, some humorous, many painfully sad. Fans of the couple expressed grief like it was a personal breakup. For many, Papoose and Remy Ma were more than celebrities. They represented hope, proof that love could survive hardship, even prison walls. This new revelation has shaken that foundation. While Papoose has now spoken twice about the situation, first in his interview and later in a follow-up live stream where he called for space and healing. Remy Ma has remained completely silent. No social media posts, no press statements, not even a cryptic lyric. Her team, when reached by journalists, declined to comment, saying only that Remy is focused on her family and her personal peace. But that silence has only made the noise louder. Some fans interpret it as guilt. Others say it's the sign of a woman trying to process deep personal pain privately. Several close industry associates have come forward anonymously, suggesting that the situation is not as simple as it seems. One source claimed, Remy always had reasons, and she always protected the people she loved in her own way. Sometimes secrecy is survival. In fact, there are even whispers that the child in question is aware of who Remy is and that the two have maintained limited contact over the years. If true, this changes the narrative entirely. It's no longer about abandonment, but perhaps about compartmentalization, a decision to protect what little peace she had left in a chaotic life. Whether or not that's true, the fact remains, her marriage is hanging in the balance. And the longer she stays silent, the more the public speculates. As of now, there is no confirmation of divorce proceedings. Papoose is reportedly staying in a separate residence while continuing to co-parent their daughter, Reminisce. Friends close to him say he is heartbroken but calm, focused on healing and reflection. He still loves her, one insider shared. But love without trust is just pain. Remy Ma, according to those close to her, is spending time with family, especially her mother and siblings, and leaning into her faith. She is said to be working on new music, and some believe that, as always, her first statement will come not in words but in verses. Whether they can rebuild remains to be seen. Couples have survived worse, but not all relationships recover when the foundation has been cracked by secrets. The hip-hop community and fans around the world will be watching closely to see what happens next. But for now, we're left with more questions than answers, and a love story that may never look the same again. However, according to this ex, Remy Ma has been living a double life. Not just a little side relationship or a questionable message or two. We're talking about a full-blown second family, a whole man, children. A life built in secrecy while the world watched her and Papoose hold hands on red carpets and declare their love on national television. This alleged secret life didn't start last month. It's been years in the making, carefully hidden from public view, protected by the illusion of a perfect marriage. And while the internet is used to twists and turns in the celebrity world, nothing could have prepared fans for this level of betrayal. What makes this situation even more tragic is how Papoose found out. Not through a private conversation, not even through whispers behind closed doors. He found out the same way we all did, on social media. The ex-boyfriend went live, casually sipping tea as he dropped bombshell after bombshell, pulling out dates, names, and even photos. Eyewitnesses said the look on Papoose's face as the live stream unfolded was beyond painful. This was a man who stood firm while Remy served prison time. A man who wrote her poems, who waited faithfully, who was often referred to as the poster child for loyalty in hip-hop. And in a single moment, all of that crumbled. Fans immediately took to Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and every corner of the internet to react. Some were in disbelief. Others felt rage. One tweet that gained massive traction read, "Not Remy having a whole other family while Papoose was defending her on every platform and writing her love letters." Another viral post simply said, 2025, officially the year love died. Memes came flooding in. Some mocked the situation, while others expressed genuine heartbreak. Because this wasn't just about one couple falling apart. This was about an image of love and loyalty that many had looked up to being shattered in the most public and humiliating way. But this scandal wasn't built on just gossip. The ex-boyfriend came with what the internet calls receipts. He had evidence, pictures, timelines. He referenced specific dates that aligned almost too perfectly with gaps in Remy Ma's public schedule. Events where she was supposedly out of town for business, but now seem suspiciously convenient for a secret rendezvous. And what's even more chilling is that, as of now, Remy Ma has yet to say a single word. No tweet, no Instagram story, no denial, just silence. That silence, it's deafening. Especially when matched with the sheer confidence of the ex-boyfriend as he continues to reveal more. He hasn't just dropped vague hints, he's named names. He's shown what appeared to be real pictures. He's painted a picture so detailed, so precise, that even some of Remy's biggest supporters are starting to question everything they thought they knew. What's particularly tragic about this entire saga is the impact on Papoose. This is a man who represented stability and strength in a culture that often glorifies chaos. For years, he's been celebrated not just as an artist, but as a devoted husband and father figure. His loyalty to Remy during her prison sentence, his unwavering public support, and the way he constantly uplifted her became part of their brand. They were more than just a couple, they were a symbol. And now, all of that is being dissected under the harsh lens of betrayal. People have begun revisiting old interviews, red carpet footage, and past social media posts, looking for clues. Subtle glances, odd phrasing, long unexplained absences. Everything is being reevaluated. Internet detectives are working overtime. Some even believe they've identified a child who shares a strong resemblance to Remy Ma, based on photos circulating online. Others have unearthed old social media posts from accounts that were once ignored but now seem to carry new weight. And it's not just the fans talking. Industry insiders have started whispering too. Some anonymously claim that rumors of Remy's double life have floated around for a while, that a few close to the situation had their suspicions but chose to remain silent out of loyalty or fear. According to these sources, the secret life wasn't a spontaneous accident. It was planned, managed, hidden with skill. That level of deception, it's left even seasoned PR teams stunned. The cultural fallout has been massive. Talk shows have jumped on the story, dedicating entire segments to the unfolding drama. YouTubers are pumping out timeline breakdowns, hour-long deep dives, and what went wrong analysis. Even some celebrities have weighed in. While a few urged the public not to jump to conclusions, others have taken a firm stance in support of Papoose. They highlight his years of loyalty and express disgust at the alleged betrayal. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's silence continues to be interpreted in various ways. Some see it as guilt. Others believe she may be preparing a legal or PR-driven response. Regardless, the lack of a statement only adds fuel to the fire. Because in the court of public opinion, silence often speaks louder than words. As each day passes, the scandal only intensifies. The ex-boyfriend shows no signs of slowing down. Every new revelation sparks a new wave of reactions. And Papoose, still quiet, remains at the center of a storm he never asked for. It's heartbreaking to watch. Fans who once cheered for his love story now mourn its apparent end. Others debate whether Remy deserves redemption or cancellation. Some even speculate whether the entire marriage was built on a lie from the start. This story is still developing. As more details emerge, and as Remy Ma finally speaks out, if she does, we'll keep you updated. But for now, it's a painful reminder that even our most beloved celebrity relationships are built by imperfect people carrying unseen baggage. Papoose and Remy Ma were a blueprint for love in hip-hop, but now they're a case study in how hidden truths can change everything. What do you think? Can their marriage survive? Was Remy right to keep her past private, or did she betray the trust that made her relationship thrive? Sound off in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because we'll be bringing you more exclusive stories as they break.